He was an alcoholic and drug addict for 13 years and a nuisance to all those around him, except, of course, his mother. But when his mother died, Thuo Nduati gave up on himself before later finding God in the cells of the Mathare Mental Hospital. In the first episode of the Survivor series this year, KTN's Catherine Omondo brings you Thuo Nduati's story.
Thank you for being with us since morning until now, Lord.
31-year-old Thuo Nduati's relationship with God has been a turbulent one.
Many love to lose the greatest thing in my life, or rather what I valued the most.
With 13 years of alcoholism and drug abuse behind him, Thuo now serves as an inspiration to reforming addicts who find solace in these Thursday afternoon group meetings.
Recover nili change life yangu nikiwa Githare and to Githare at least 1 month. Hapo ndo mimi nili encounter God. Hivyo tu ndo naweza say juu nilikuwa nishaenda rehab mara kadhaa work. Alafu God akakam tu kwa hiyo cube nilikuwa hiyo cell actually March 23rd to 9.
Looking back in time before March 23rd, 2009, Thuo walked the streets as a drunken, reckless man who would always count on his mother to bail him out.
Ilikuwa TZ, UG, wapi, we name it. Ningeenda, niwashe, dozi nikatikie. Sasa mam, sina fear. Atatuma, akituma nitawasha tu tena bado. So hiyo ilikuwa time ya Western Union yani, unajua?
Thuo, the firstborn of 2 boys in his family, says he was considered a failure.
Yeah, it caused havoc in Matatu. That was a time where there were a lot of carjackings, Matatu jackings. So the passengers were like, yeah, this is one of the guys who bring chaos in our mats. Lucky, I think God had this in plan. A friend of mine was about to come and throw a stone up, and then he was like, I know this guy. So I was taken to Buruburu police station. So I was at a point of despair.
He didn't care much until the one person who believed in him, his mother, fell ill. That is when he made his first attempt at sobriety.
2007, she was diagnosed with cancer. The doctor told us that she had less than 2 years to live by the time they were discovering that she has cancer. So I had prayed for her, and then nothing happened. So I felt, God, you know what? You're not for real. You're not real. So I was raised in a Christian family, so I knew about God and the devil.
When his mother finally passed on in 2008, Thuo says he sought the guidance of Satan since he believed God had let him down.
The spiritual is real. So the devil used my soul. I could come out of my soul. I was in charge of Jogoo Road to Outer Ring Road just to spread the spirit of lust. Because of all the spirits, the spirit of lust is a doorway to all these other spirits. Once you start lusting, it grows and it opens doors for other spirits to come in.
This only plunged Thuo deeper into alcoholism.
For me, reality was too hard to contain. I needed to always be high or to be dead asleep.
It was at this point that he attempted to commit suicide.
That day I remember I bought rat, bought some other medicine, came, crushed them, took them. I think I took like 3 sachets of rat. Then I hanged myself. And anyone who knows the houses of Buru, where there's staircase, there's a kachuma, there's a bar under the staircases of most houses in Buru. So I was dangling there. I don't know how long I was passed out because it was a Sunday. I regained consciousness on Tuesday.
It took Thuo being admitted at Mathare Hospital for the mentally ill for him to take his final and successful attempt to get clean. Joy, Thuo's wife, was there for at least 5 years of the 13 years he struggled with addiction and religion.
I met Thuo in one of the pubs in Buruburu. Deeply entrenched in alcohol. I'm not saying that I was any better. I don't know, for some funny reason, I just liked him and he liked me. Yeah, I think, you're normally told that a person in pain gets attracted to another person in pain. I think we both had so much baggage, so it was just the best thing for us. It's something to do with when I was like 10 years, 11 years, I was molested and sodomized continuously for like a whole year. And I think it was so painful that I had like covered it up. I had really like suppressed it, so it was not coming out. But it looked like as the years went by, I was getting more and more nastier, and my nastiness was directed at the men. In fact, at some point in time, guys used to call me skirmishes. Oh my goodness, I so remember those days. I was so aggressive. I was so, I don't know. I really didn't understand it. The only guy I was nice to was Thuo.
Their relationship was on and off until they got married 6 months ago. Now the two are inseparable.
An addiction is a coping mechanism. And so unless somebody gets to deal with that thing that causes them so much pain.
Stuff that we keep on, keep in our hearts that we've never had a chance to express them, or we don't know how to express them. Underlying issues are like father wounds, mother wounds, friend wounds, peers wounds, even teacher wounds. When you're growing up, a teacher tells you you're stupid, or your father, you come with a bad grade in your home, and then your father goes like, you'll never amount to anything. There is a wound. And such wounds, if not checked, they pile. Wounds attract wounds.
Joy and Thuo, with the help of their pastor, have managed to turn their lives around. So much so that when Thuo's dad died in January, Joy watched her husband run to the church, not to the bar.
It's very, very encouraging, especially when you remember who that person was in the beginning. It's very, very encouraging. Yeah.
Now they are giving back to the society by starting a program called FACT International, which they run from their own home. It is in this space recovering addicts meet and talk freely about their past and the issues that drove them to addiction.
A conversation with somebody who was in rehab. I think this is her eighth month of being sober, but she's struggling. Yeah, she's still struggling. And then of course at the rehab, once the 3 months are over, you're gone. They have no business with you anymore. So what we do at FACT International is that even after we put you through our mentorship program, that doesn't mean we're through with you. You are part of us. So we will continue until the day, God maybe says, now he's fine, she's fine. But we don't just leave you like that.
My mission in life is to empower and to mentor men, for them to become the people that God created them to be, and also to just create an environment for men where they can come and share, especially drug addicts. Being a former drug addict myself.
Let me just put it this way. For the women, and I'm sorry to the men, all our problems seem to stem from the men. If you meet with a man who did not have a healthy relationship with the father, who was not affirmed, who was not mentored by the dad and all that, you have a big, big problem. Because this guy now is having a relationship with you, but has no idea what they're supposed to do with you. So imagine now, that is the man in your life, problems. Then imagine you're a woman who had an absent father, or you know those fathers who, since I've paid your school fees and I've done everything, you should not ask anything of me. So I would say they're looking for your father, and you have no idea that it is your father you're looking for. So you find that like Thuo always puts it, it is very, very important for the men to get it right, because once they get it right, then the women are safe.
Thuo hopes to start the first male halfway house where men can find a safe haven after they have been rejected by society because of their addictions. Now, because of Thuo's past, he has a deep understanding that people like him do have a bright future. Catherine Omwando for the Survivor Series.